Hawks Crows semi-final. This is do or die. Winner goes home. Let's get into it. G'day guys, ET back with another video, and in this semi-final preview we're going over matchups, recent history, ins and outs, pretty much everything, so let's get into it. Super quick, I just want to give a shout out to a certain account who left a nice comment on my post-elimination final video, and that was the official Hawks FC YouTube channel. I was just checking my comments at halftime with my brother's final on the weekend, and yeah, they popped up, and yeah, it's a pretty exciting time. Obviously, they just said, babe, wake up, ET footy just dropped, which is super cool. I honestly never expected Hawthorn, not once I even thought they would be anywhere near my channel, but yeah, they apparently watch the videos and they enjoy them, so yeah, thank you for the nice comment, Hawthorn. First, we're having a look at recent matchups between the Hawks and the Crows. Now, round 21, the Crows won by 14. As we know, it wasn't too long ago, and the Hawks were right in it the entire game. It was the game that Will Day unfortunately re-injured that foot. The game was neck and neck pretty much the whole time. I remember the first quarter, the Hawks dominating 5-1, and the only goal from Adelaide came with about 30 seconds left in the first. Second quarter, Adelaide kicked about 7 goals to Hawthorn's 0, so it was a very sort of 50-50. And the Hawks stuck with the Crows in Adelaide pretty much the entire game until maybe the last 6 or 7 minutes. Unfortunately, Massimo D'Ambrosio missed an easy set shot, and you could tell the whole energy of the team just completely collapsed after that. Shortly after, Taylor Walker went down and kicked a goal at the other end, and then the Hawks missed a few opportunities late and yeah, couldn't get the job done, losing by 14. Earlier in the year, they met in Tassie, and the Hawks got the job done by 3 points in pretty horrible conditions. We also didn't have Lewis, Deer, Sicily, Warple, Day or Scrimshaw playing, so yeah, it was pretty impressive to get the job done. And last season the Hawks won in Adelaide by 11 goals, and earlier in the year we won by 27, but Adelaide definitely weren't the same team they are now, so yeah, don't really need to cover that. Now onto the injuries and ins and outs going into the game. Now, Deer unfortunately did his hamstring in the Giants game, and he's going to be replaced by Mitch Lewis most likely. And I think we can expect just one change outside the injuries, and I think that might be unfortunately CJ. Nothing's been confirmed yet, but he was just a bit sloppy against the Giants and made a few too many mistakes, so I unfortunately think he might miss out. And after that third quarter against the Giants, where the Hawks were up 7 goals and the Giants kicked 6 in a row to bring it back within 1. I think that was a big enough sign to say, hey, we might need an extra midfielder just for the legs. Even though Sam Butler was pretty good, we still need an extra number in that midfield, in my opinion. And remember last time against the Crows, that second quarter, it was about 6 goals to none. So yeah, if this happens again in the finals, yeah, there's a good chance we lose this game. So I think either Cam McKenzie or Henry Husway is going to come into the team this week. Henry Husway had 37 in the VFL final last weekend, including the game-winning goal assist. And Cam McKenzie also had 31 of his home, but I think Henry Husway 37 and the goal assist in the last sort of 30 seconds. I think Henry Husway is just going to nudge McKenzie out for this selection. As for the Crows, as we know, Rankin is out for the rest of the season unless the Crows make the grand final, and apparently Josh Rochelle is going to come into the team. Also, on a side note, last time we played the Crows, they had Rankin and we did not have Weddle. In saying that, we did have Will Day for 95% of the game until he went down with injury in the last quarter. But yeah, I think no Rankin and us having Weddle is going to play a huge factor in this game. Now, onto the matchups. I think this one's pretty obvious. Nash is going to go straight to Dawson. 2 big-bodied midfielders. Obviously, Dawson's one of the best players in the game right now, and Nash is about 6'6", 6'7", so just grappling and clinching with him around the footy the entire game is going to wear Dawson out. And without Rankin, I think if Dawson can be neutralised, yeah, it's going to play a massive factor in this game. Next, I think we should put Jack Scrimshaw on Ben Keys. I think Scrimshaw is just a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, a little bit quicker than Keys. And yeah, I think he can shut him down. And this matchup is an absolute must for the Hawks. And this next one I'm really excited for. I'm not even joking. It is Josh Weddle on the wing against Dan Curtin. Dan Curtin is a big body wingman. He's almost 200 centimetres tall. His back half of the year has been outstanding, especially for a second year player. As we know, Weddle played most of his time last week against the Giants on the wing, and I think we can expect the same going into this game. Both are going to run all day, they're going to contest the footy, they go hard, they're going to be flying through the air, taking marks, and I think this is going to be one of the most underrated matchups and one of the most exciting matchups ever this season. Next is just a quick one. Mitch Lewis goes to Worrell. Worrell was almost an All-Australian this year, and what Lewis did against the Brisbane Lions in the last round with Harris Andrews, he sort of neutralised him. He took him away from the footy and let Gunson and Chol do their thing and sort of sacrificed himself. He played really well that game just in that role, so yeah, I think that's an absolute must. Next is Josh O'Shelley, and the person who is going to ruin his night is Off Night. If you don't know who Off Night is, it is Blake Hardwick. He goes by Off Night on this channel from now on. He needs a nickname. He needs to get recognition for what he does. He's so underrated, probably the most underrated player in the game. And yeah, O'Shelley's coming off an injury, hasn't played in a month or so, and his first matchup is Off Night. So yeah, he's not going to be sleeping Thursday night, and he's going to have an absolute nightmare. So Blake Hardwick, if you do even 5% of what you did on Toby Green, yeah, you're going to have an impact and you're going to be one of our best players. So yeah, Off Night on O'Shelley is an absolute must. Now, my final prediction, let's just say the weather is absolutely perfect. I think it's supposed to be, but let's just say it is. I think it's going to be a fairly high-scoring game like it was last time. Both teams will definitely be in at least the 80s, and I think the Hawks get the job done by, it's going to be tough, probably 9 or 10 points. It's not going to be more than 3 goals, I think. So 9 or 10 points and an absolute max of about 15 points. But yeah, it's going to be an absolute classic. I can't wait. Hanging out with mates to watch it, and yeah, it's going to be one of the games of the year. Also, I have a video in the works about 2 Hawthorn young guns that are looking to leave the club at season's end, so stay tuned for that one. Thank you for watching. Comment down below what you think about my takes and predictions. Are they off? Are they right on? Let me know. And also comment down below what you think the final margin will be.